Some games aren't just games, they're places you remember, like an old town you once lived in. This video is about my first time playing a Persona game. Persona 4 Golden was my first introduction to the series, and honestly, I couldn't have asked for a better one. If you haven't played it yet, don't worry, there won't be any spoilers here. My only goal is to share what this game meant to me. And if by the end of the video you feel even a little curious to try it for yourself, then I've done what I came here to do. But to really explain what this game meant to me, I need to tell you where I was in life when I first picked it up. Back then, things were rough. I was stuck in a job that left me drained every single day. I'd come home feeling like my day was already over before I even got a chance to live it. The worst part for me were definitely Sundays. You know that creeping dread you feel when the weekend's almost over and you realize you'll have to do everything all over again, in repeat forever? That was every week for me. I would work just to survive, and it felt like life was passing me by. Then one day, a friend just kept going on and on about this game. Now, I'm not even joking, he was very persistent when it comes to recommending this game. I didn't really think much of it at the time, but one particularly bad afternoon when I was just tired of everything, tired of the routine, tired of the stress even, I wanted to play something, so I looked it up. Actually, I'm lying, he had the game in his Steam library, so he just borrowed me his account, and I figured, why not? I wasn't ready to go to sleep anyway. I just wanted to procrastinate going to bed, like always. Now, I didn't really know anything about the game, but right from the anime cutscene intro, I was like, okay, this looks interesting. At first, though, the old graphics threw me off a little bit. They felt really dated. But you know, once the story started moving, they became charming in a weird way. I couldn't explain it, but I wanted to know where the story was going. I'll try not to spoil much, but the opening pulled me in fast. It's a slow burn, like the game is actually really long, but not in a bad way, you know? Now, eventually, after like an hour, or maybe a bit more, the TV world stuff was introduced. And just like that, I was actually hooked for real. The mystery, the weird setting, everything at this point got me oddly interested. And then the turn-based combat system was also introduced. It's worth noting that I'm not really into RPG games that much. So it was kind of unexpected since I had never played a Persona game before or SMT. But it was kind of fun, so I didn't really mind it too much. Anyways, after a few hours, once the game's intro finally ends, and it drops you into the time management system, that's when I felt something that I hadn't felt in a long time while playing a video game. And that's freedom. Being able to choose how to spend my time, even if it was in a virtual world, hit me in a way I didn't really expect. Now, as a new player, it actually felt like the options were endless. You had school clubs, you could hang out with your friends, there were part-time jobs, or you could just walk around Inaba. Looking back, yeah, it's a bit limited, but when you're new and you started playing the game, it actually feels like your world just opened up when they give you all of these options. I know a lot of people like to focus on the combat and grinding systems, and that's totally valid, but for me, the heart of the game isn't the social links. Now remember, I was at a low point. I was really overwhelmed, overworked, and I was constantly under stress. But this game gave me something I hadn't had in a while, something to look forward to. As lame as it sounds, I would come home after work exhausted, and I would boot up the game just to hang out with these characters. I rushed through dungeons just so that I could get back to the social side of things. Now, speaking of dungeons, to be honest, the grinding did get tiring and very repetitive at some points. Now, it's not Tartarus level repetitive, but it definitely got old quickly, at least for me. If we're talking dungeons, Persona 5 still takes the crown in my opinion. That's a topic for another day. Despite that, the rest of Golden more than made up for it. And don't get me wrong, I still love every aspect of this game. Especially the characters. They're so well written. I'll be honest, I thought Yosuke was going to be annoying, but he grew on me fast. By the time I finished his social link, he was already my favorite. Every character, even the ones you don't expect, has depth. They actually felt like real people. And the music? Don't get me started. This game has one of the best soundtracks in the entire Persona franchise. It isn't even up for debate. Even the quote-unquote simple tracks, you know, the ones that play when you're just walking through Inaba, just hit different. Songs like Heartbeat, Heartbreak, and Specialist have outgrown the game itself. You hear them in memes, Genshin edits, even Sonic clips. And it's funny cause a lot of people don't even realize where they came from. I don't want to spoil anything. If you played, you already know, but Persona 4 left a real mark on me and many others. Its characters, its music, everything about this game is so special, and I think everyone should experience it, at least once. It truly made me appreciate my time, and I think if you give it a shot, it might do the same for you, or maybe not, and that's okay. So if you never played Persona 4 Golden, or any Persona game, you might not expect it to change anything. But sometimes, the things we don't expect are the ones that stay with us the longest. And that's it for today's video. If there's any other game you want me to talk about, or if you have your own story about a game that changed your life, please drop it in the comments. I'd love to hear from you. I read every single comment, so don't be shy. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care.